Athens, a glorious name in former days, first brought corn-bearing crops to suffering mortals, brought them new life, established laws for them, and Athens first sweet solace gave to life when she brought forth a man of genius, who from his lips revealed the truth of things, his glory, though he be dead, from ancient times for his divine discoveries so far renowned, is even now exalted to the skies. For when he saw that nearly all those things which need demands for living were enjoyed by mortal men, their life established safe so far as might be, and when he saw them flourish with all that wealth and praise and honor bring, and glorying in the fair fame of their sons, and saw no less that deep in every home were arching hearts and torments of the mind, all hapless, self-inflicted without pause, and sorrows breeding furious laments, he understood then that the vessel itself produced the flaw, and by this flaw corrupted all that came into it, however lovely. He saw that it must leak, being riddled with holes, and so could not by any means be filled. He saw that, as it were with a noisome flavor, it tainted everything that entered it. Therefore, with words of truth, he purged men's hearts and set a limit to desire and fear. He showed the nature of that highest good for which all mankind strives, and showed the way, the straight and narrow path which leads to it if we go forward with unswerving steps. He showed the evil in the lives of men, flying far and wide, caused either by natural chance or else by force, as nature so ordained. He showed the sally ports within the walls, from which each different attack could be best met. He proved that mankind, mostly without cause, stirred up sad waves of care within their breasts. For we, like children frightened of the dark, are sometimes frightened in the light of things no more to be feared than fears that in the dark distress a child, thinking they may come true. Therefore, this terror and darkness of the mind, not by the sun's rays, nor the bright shafts of day, must be dispersed, as is most necessary, but by the face of nature and her laws. So all the more I press on to complete the woven fabric of my argument. I have shown that all the realms of the universe are mortal, and that the substance of the heavens had birth. And I have explained most of those things that in the heavens occur and must occur. Please listen now to what remains to tell. Since I have dared to mount the muses' glorious chariot, I will now tell how storms of wind arise, and then are calmed again, so that all things return to what they were, all fury spent, and all those other things in earth and sky which men observe and tremble, wondering, their hearts laid low through fear of gods, oppressed, crushed down to earth, because their ignorance of causes makes them yield to power divine, kingdom and empire over all that is. For men who have been well taught about the gods, that they live free from care, may wonder still by what design the world goes on, not least those things they see in heaven above their heads, and then to the old religion's back they turn, and cleave to cruel masters, whom they think, unhappy fools, to be all-powerful, not knowing what they can be and what cannot, not knowing, in a word, how everything has finite power and deep-set boundary stone. So all the more by blindness of the mind they are driven astray and wander in the dark. Unless you spew those notions from your mind and banish far away from your all thoughts unworthy of the gods and alien to their peace, these holy powers, object of your insults, will often do you mischief, not because the majesty of the eternal gods can suffer injury, so that in wrath they seek to wreak revenge. No, you yourself will picture those quiet beings in their untroubled peace, as tossed by violent waves of wrath, and be unable to come before their shrines with quiet mind, and those sweet images which to men's hearts are born from holy bodies, messengers of form divine, these images no more will come to you, your heart at peace and tranquil. What kind of life must follow its plain enough? That such a life by truest reasoning may be banished far from us, though many words I have uttered. Much remains to tell, adorned in polished verse. The order of the heavens and visage of the sky must be my theme, and storm and lightning flash must be my song. Both what they do and from what cause they spring, lest senselessly you tremble at the sky, divide it into parts, and speculate which one the flying fire came from, or to which other it went, and which way it penetrated, through walls of buildings, and having worked its will inside, made its way out again, and so away. Calliope, most skillful of the muses, solace of men, delight of gods, do you now go before me as the last lap I run, and point the way to the white winning post marked out for me, that, led by you, renown may greet me as I win the victor's